Meghan dealt Harry deadly blows, calling King Charles III to strip Sussex titles amid Queen's funeral. Piers Morgan joined Fox News' top-rated show The Five on Friday to discuss King Charles III's address earlier in the day and ended his analysis by calling for Charles to strip his son Harry and his wife Meghan Markle of their royal titles. And then, of course, going to Harry and Meghan, not referring to them as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, just saying "and Harry and Meghan. You know, my love to you as you continue to build your lives in another country." Can you translate that? Judge Janine Pirro asked Morgan, referring to the remarks from the new king. Well, yes, I think I can. It's very clear to me that what the new King Charles III was saying was that William is his eldest son and heir, and he will have a lot of titles, including Prince of Wales. And he is very much the future along his side of this new slimmed-down monarchy. And he has another son called Harry. He didn't give him his title. And Harry has this wife called Meghan and, all right, he said he used the word love, but they're building their life outside in another country, Morgan responded, adding. But they say that for families that these kind of seismic events can either pull people together or make things 10 times worse. I'm seeing no sign other than it's got a lot worse, Morgan continued. Harry went up to Balmoral on his own. I was told that Meghan Markle was going to go with him and that plan was stopped by people up in Scotland, Morgan continued. Harry left at about 8 o'clock in the morning. He didn't even stay for breakfast with his family. He's been at Frogmore Cottage in Windsor, literally half a mile from his brother, and they were once so close. As we know, he didn't even say hello to him, he added. They didn't meet, didn't say hello. There's the most gigantic rift now at the very heart of our new monarch. Charles is distraught. He's incredibly hurt by what's been happening with his son and his daughter-in-law. And so he's putting all his chips on William. And I think it's the right thing to do. If I were him, I'd go further. I would strip Meghan and Harry of all their titles, period. Done. Take them away, Morgan, who has been a frequent critic of Harry and Meghan, concluded. King Charles and Prince Harry exhibited very different public reactions to the death of the Queen, according to a body language expert. The new King and Queen consort Camilla were seen leaving Balmoral for London the morning after the 96-year-old monarch had passed away at her Scottish estate. A little earlier, Harry had boarded a plane back to Windsor, while laying a supportive hand on an airport employee. Body language expert Judy James found both men's demeanors revealing, saying King Charles looked isolated and silent in grief. He sat in the back seat of the chauffeur-driven car, with Camilla in the front seat, for the drive to Aberdeen Airport. Judy told the Mirror, while his youngest son left Balmoral alone to fly back to his wife, Charles sat in his car behind Camilla, looking almost as though he needed to be isolated and silent in his grief at the present time. His facial expression bore some signs of shock, which can be normal, even after an expected death. He sits slightly hunched and diminished and, with his steepled brows and his cheeks and mouth pulled back slightly at the corners, his eye expression suggested tearfulness. According to Judy, it was a different story for Prince Harry when he arrived at Aberdeen Airport and looked in need of conversation and a hug. Harry kindly put a supportive hand on an airport employee before getting on a plane back to London, showing he was still thinking of others in his moment of grief.